Hello and welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm your host, Reverend Mary Hawk, and with me is Don Lewis. Reverend Don Lewis.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure. And as always, we are here to do 3-card, more or less, tarot readings. So if you have a question for us, go ahead and post it in chat and we will do a reading for you. Or if you don't have a question, just say hi and where you're from. So how are you doing today?
I'm okay. I am good. And how are you today?
I am good. We had a beautiful day today here in Nashville.
Yeah, it was very nice here today as well.
And hi, Lena. Lena wants a general reading for June. All right. And hello to Lucas. How are you, Lucas? Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
All right. Well, the first card I've got for you is the Fool. So you are at the beginning of a new cycle and you can really go in any direction you want to. And I've got the Tower. So you are looking at some really big changes. So things are really going to shift in your life and bring a lot of energy with the shift. And I've got the Princess of Wands. So with the Princess of Wands, wands are about our passions, and with the princess, don't get locked up in other people's expectations. Follow what you want to do, and I hope you find that helpful.
And the cards I have drawn are the Empress. And the Empress says that generally things are going to be good. It's a good card for prosperity and well-being. With it is the Four of Wands, which says that during this period, you're going to be achieving something you've worked for. And this will be very, very much a celebratory occasion. And then we have the Princess of Coins, and the Princess of Coins says that it really looks to me like everything is going to be moving forward as long as you let it move forward. The Princess of Coins has everything that she needs. She has all the knowledge she needs, but sometimes she still holds back. So this is saying don't hold back. Don't let outside influences cause you to be less than you can be, but move forward, and you'll find it will all come together beautifully. I'm going to draw one more card for you. And I've drawn the Universe, which is a very positive card. It says, really, if you do everything that's in front of you during this month, you should get a very positive outcome. But again, don't hold back. Don't allow anything to psych you out of it. Go forward. And there we go.
Okay. And hello to Janet, and hello to Margarita. So Janet has asked for a general reading, and Marguerite has asked for a reading.
Okay. So we're starting with Janet?
Yes, general reading for Janet first. Well, this is interesting. I have the Five of Lamps and the Six of Lamps. So, with the Five of Lamps, we have a woman setting off on a vision quest, and this is about getting new revelations, learning new information. And then with the Six of Lamps, the next card in this story, she has a vision and receives guidance from one of her ancestors. So this is about reaching the next stage in your spiritual development. And then I have the Lovers. So this is about making a choice. And I'm going to pull one more card. And I've got the King of Pentacles. This is about being in a good position because you worked hard and developed it slowly over time. So I hope that's helpful.
And I began with an escapee in the form of the Two of Lamps. And the Two of Lamps is looking at the future and looking for guidance, looking for inspiration, looking for where to go. So you may find that you've been doing that, maybe you are doing that. With it is the Four of Swords, which says, for a while it may seem like nothing is moving. You may feel like you're kind of having a timeout or a rest period. That's perfectly fine, but it's followed by the Six of Wands, which is victory and success. So everything is moving forward, even if it doesn't initially feel like it. And you're moving toward a successful place, followed by the Prince of Wands, which says, yeah, but don't take it for granted. Make sure that you're using all of the things that you have and not just allowing your energy to dissipate. I'm going to draw one more card because, of course, I am. And I've drawn the Seven of Lamps, which is purification. So I'm going to say this whole period is going to be about leaving old things behind, embracing new things, purifying yourself, and preparing for moving forward in life and leaving behind the things you don't want to take with you. And as I say, right at the very beginning, it may seem like things move very, very slowly, but they're really, really right where they need to be, and they're going in the right direction. You're going to find yourself feeling very successful about everything before you know it. So there you go.
Okay. And Lena says, thank you. You're very welcome.
Absolutely.
Margarita is in the process of moving and would like a reading about moving.
Okay.
And we do this just as a public service. If you want to send a tip to us, you can do that at my PayPal on the screen. And we appreciate tips.
Yay, tips. So the first card I've drawn is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is happiness. So I'm going to say that you're going to be happy with your move. It's followed by the Eight of Wands, which says it'll be fast. It may seem like it's going maybe even a little too fast while it's happening. It's certainly not going to be drawn out. And then we have the Ten of Swords, and you're going to find this move, it's going to definitely put you in a new place. Don't know how big a move it is, but in some ways, it's a big move. You're going to be leaving a lot of things behind, and new things will be coming in to replace them. So it's a big change in your life. But again, that first card was the Queen of Cups, which is happiness. So I think you'll be very pleased with the outcome. We'll draw the Brian card. We've drawn the 6 of coins, which says that you'll be receiving help in the move or its aftermath, either from other people or from the universe itself. I would say it all looks very good, but be aware it will be a big change and it will move rather quickly.
So the first card I've got for you is the Prince of Lamps. So don't beat yourself up over stuff. Moving is hard. Things go wrong. Don't beat yourself up about it. I've got the High Priestess, and this means talk to your higher self, deity, ancestors, however you perceive spirit. You need to do that right now. Again, moving's rough. I've done it entirely too many times. I have the 5 of Lamps. So new things are going to be revealed to you out of this experience. And I'm going to pull one more card, and I've got the Hierophant, which again directs you to connect with your higher power. So, you asked about moving, and I told you to start having spiritual experiences. Sometimes we don't get answers to the question we asked. Or maybe this is how you need to deal with the stress of moving. But I hope you find that helpful, Margarita.
Yes, indeed.
And Janet says thank you. Hello to Bewitched.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Jody. We can certainly do a reading for you. Good to hear from you, my friend. And we've got from Selma. May I have a reading for the coming week with respect to the job? I got a job after 6 months. Yay! But face some issues. Next week, the higher bosses are coming to visit.
Okay.
All right. I never found the higher bosses half as hard to deal with as the one that was breathing down the back of my neck day in and day out.
Yeah.
And that was always my experience. Okay, well, the first card I have is the King of Cups. Cups are about our emotions, and in this particular case with the King of Cups, I'm going to say keep your emotions in check here and don't worry too much. It's going to be okay. I have the 6 of Lamps, and this is about learning new things, new information. And then I've got the 9 of Cups. This is the wish card. So, whatever you wish for in this situation is going to happen. If you are worried and fearful about the situation next week, it's going to be really bad. If you are hopeful and thinking this is going to be a great thing, it's going to be really good. So put out positive intentions. And I'm going to draw one more card, and I've got the Six of Swords, and this is about a journey. And I'm thinking this is not a physical journey, is not the sense I get here. This is more of your journey with your new job. And I think if you do well next week, this is going to be a very good thing for you with your new position. So just put out good intentions.
And I began with an escapee. And the escapee is the Ten of Coins. And the Ten of Coins is a card of happiness, a card of good foundation, a card of good situations. So I'm going to say that I think that you're going to find yourself in a good situation for dealing with all of this. I think you're going to find your job situation is secure, and the more you can trust in that, the better off you will be. Next card is the Two of Swords, which I'm assuming is the big bosses in question. But it says you'll be working with other people. Other people's opinions are important to the situation. I'm going to add, don't let it freak you out. Just be aware they're there. With it is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups can be sorrow. It can be worry. I'm going to say this is probably your worry about the situation. And I'm going to also say try to keep it under control. It is your enemy in the situation more than the situation itself. So don't be expecting bad things to happen. And then we have the Ace of Lamps, which is spirituality, and it says, talk to your higher self, work with your higher self, maybe a little magic to ensure a good situation, and that should all be beneficial to you. I'm going to draw one more card. And the card I have drawn is the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands says that there's a certain amount of conflict around this. Maybe the conflict's inside yourself. So what I would say is whatever conflict there may be, whatever worry or anxiety there is, keep it under control, and the basic situation itself will be fine. So there you go.
Okay. And now we're up to Jody Ann. It's so good to see you. And we're going to do a general reading for Jody Ann. Miss you, girl. Okay, so the first card I've got for you is the Ten of Swords. So you're coming to the end of a situation, and it's going to be something that ends rather abruptly. Then I've got the Nine of Pentacles, which indicates being in a rather good, luxurious situation. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is just some really good luck coming your way. And I'm going to pull one more card. And I've got a heart, which means, as usual, you are deeply involved in something that you care about with your whole being. that you've thrown your whole being into. So I'm going to pull one more card, and I got the Soul. So you're in a place where you are learning some important life lessons as well. So I hope that's helpful.
So the cards that I have drawn include the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is happiness. I think you'll find overall this period of, let's say, the next month, maybe 2 months, it's going to be a pretty happy period. We have the King of Coins, which is money and prosperity. So I think you're going to find yourself in a good position during this time period. And then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords says that something is going to be bothering you. Maybe someone. With this card, you may feel like someone's trying to step on you, oppress you, hold you back. Generally, behaving badly. Otherwise, it looks like a great situation. So what do we do with that? I drew another card. I drew the stars. And the stars are working with spiritual guidance, meditation, self-knowledge. And it says, if there's something during this period that's causing you anxiety or making you feel held back, the best thing to do is take a good hard look at it and ask yourself why you're feeling the things that you're feeling. You may find it's not what you think it is. You may find that it's touching on nerves from old situations or old tapes in the back of your head. I suppose I really shouldn't use that phrase anymore because nobody will remember what a tape is, but old things in the back of your head. And generally, in dealing with whatever that frustration is, think of it as a mirror to give you greater self-knowledge. Otherwise, everything looks fine. It looks happy, it looks prosperous. There you go. And let me draw one more. Why not one more? Because they're going to laugh at us. And I've drawn the King of Lamps, which basically repeats what I just said. Meditation, self-knowledge, whatever's going on around you is there to teach you about yourself. Maybe it's to bring up old issues you have not resolved. So there you go.
And Ed reminds us the Tarot of Hecate have been mailed, so it's available now.
If you're waiting for a Tarot of Hecate, you should have it, I would think, no later than Monday. Hippie Janet, who is one of our regular viewers and lives here in Danville, came to pick hers up in person on Sunday. And that was very nice. And it's always good to get to see her. And she gave me a beautiful yellow peony from her garden.
That was wonderful. And you're very welcome, Jody Ann.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jody Ann and I knew each other when we were new to the craft and raising teenage daughters.
Okay. That's cool.
And we are caught up now. Does anyone else have a question for us?
So should we do our weekly drawing for the state of the country? Like we don't already know what that is, but. Hi, Janet.
Hey, Janet. Good to see you. Sure, we can do our weekly drawing for the state of the country. for the next month, shall we say?
Yeah. So the first card I have drawn is the Fool. I could make several interesting jokes about that card, but I'll go ahead and interpret it in a straightforward manner, which means that a lot of different things are possible. Everything is possible. It all depends what moves are taken. And things are not nearly as set as they might look. Followed by the High Priestess, which is spiritual knowledge and spiritual working. And I think that I would understand this as advice to people to remain spiritually connected and to use the manifestational arts for the outcomes you desire. And third card is the Six of Lamps. The Six of Lamps is receiving a vision. And I would say that in the month of June, we will get one way or another a very clear vision of what is coming, clearer than things are currently, and that we need to stay spiritually connected in terms of our responses to that. And there you go.
Well, I've got the Nine of Wands. So cue up the jokes. But I think a lot of us are feeling stuck. And maybe like we don't have an awful lot of options right now.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I've got the Princess of Cups. Of course, cups are about our emotions. And the Princess of Cups is about being very honest about how you're feeling. And expressing that.
Oh, God. More of the same.
What?
More of the same. I think we could use a little less honesty about feelings in politics, but that's just me.
At least with I'm going to say, be honest with yourself about how you're feeling.
Oh, well, yes. Always
and
important.
With the ones closest to you. I've got the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is about understanding yourself and following your best judgment, even if other people are telling you something else. And I'm going to expand on the Hermit and say, don't let anyone gaslight you. And there's an awful lot of that right now. And I'm going to pull one more card, and oh boy.
Oh,
I got the Nine of Cups. The Wish card. And this is about manifesting, everybody. We are.
Remembering that you're also manifesting even when you're not intentionally trying to do it.
Remember, we are more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And 10 minutes staring at a candle, chanting whatever positive affirmation you may have, isn't going to do you any good if you're spending 23 hours and 50 minutes saying, my life sucks.
Yep.
It just doesn't work that way. So, we have to manifest the world we want. That's holding a picture of it in our consciousness. That's figuring out what steps we have to take to bring it about, and then doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts by visualizing what we want to happen. And then finding like-minded people to work with. So, there we go.
Okay.
Yes. All right. And we got a couple of questions here. Lucas says, I've been seeking out a particular Buddhist practice, and I'm wondering if the tarot could give me any indication that the transmission for the practice is still alive and unbroken, or if it has been severed.
Okay.
Do we want to do a yes reading and a no reading, or?
We could. Or we could do our usual 3 card.
Okay, we'll do our usual 3 card and see what we get. My first thought is if you're meant to have the wisdom, it will come to you, but maybe Buddhism doesn't work that way.
The cards I have drawn are the 4 of Wands, which is achieving something you've wanted, success, and celebration, followed by the 2 of Swords, which is partnership or working with another person, and the 8 of Wands, which is things happening very quickly. So I would say that what you're looking for, you will be able to find, because we start with success. Will involve another person, which is kind of obvious from the question, that when it comes, it will come quickly. So be prepared for that.
Okay. I have Temperance. And Temperance is about balance, and it's about taking many things and from them making a greater whole. So I'm going to say, yes, you're going to find it, but it's not going to be quite what you think it is. I have the King of Swords, which is about success, but working from a path of good judgment and wisdom. And I have the Emperor, which is about working within the cycles of time. So when the timing is right, you're going to find it. So, yes, it's coming, and it's not going to be exactly what you think it is. or be prepared to be surprised.
And isn't that often how it goes?
Oh, yeah. And Hippie Janet is putting the phone on the rocker for Pokemon Go.
Yes.
And Shundai says, what would the goddess like me to know for the rest of the month? And will I find new romantic love this year? Lucas says, thank you.
You're very welcome, Lucas.
Okay, well, Sean has asked 2 questions.
Which one are we going to answer?
Well, we could do 2 readings.
We could.
I will take love.
Okay. And I will take what Goddess would like them to know. So the first card I have drawn is the King of Cups, which is happiness. Happiness and emotional control. Followed by the Three of Swords, which is changes in relationships. And the Queen of Swords, which is learning from the past. So I would take these 3 to say that what the goddess would like Shundai to know this month is that there are various changes coming, and it's very important to keep your emotions in control and learn from past events. Do not repeat past mistakes. I would say that is the primary message. Past successes, absolutely. If there's something in a similar situation you did in the past that worked, do it again. But be careful of past mistakes. And there you go.
Okay. So I have future. And here we have, could be Icarus, could be Daedalus. It's a man wearing wings held together with wax. The question is he going to fly too close to the sun? Or is he going to and have his wings melt and fall to the sea? Or will he make it safely? And yes, Harry, it's live. Hi, Harry.
Oh, Harry.
So the wisdom of the future card is, as you go forward looking for love, be wise about it. Yes, it's really Reverend Don, Harry.
Yep.
We've got the Moon card. And this is about applying magic and ritual. So you don't want to do a coercive love spell because you don't want to start a marriage with a kidnapping. Very bad idea, but it's okay to do magic to attract the sort of person you would like to meet. And then I've got the 10 of Cups, happy family card. So yes, I think you are going to meet someone this year. So there you are. Hope
Yay.
that helps. Harry, if you want to ask a question, you can post it in chat and we'll do a reading for you.
We will. Have we exhausted all of our questions for the moment?
Yes, we're all caught up.
Well, speaking to what Harry was saying, this program is live, absolutely. We also
Yes.
do programs that are pre-recorded on other subjects sometimes.
Yeah. Tarot
And
Thursday is live
yeah,
at
and we have a vast archive of programs from the past. Once we do it, it's always there.
You are very welcome, Shondai.
Absolutely.
And Lucas says, going back to something you said earlier, Mary, surely in paganism, sometimes one has to seek out a teaching or a practice. No. Yeah, you would have to seek it out, but you said you were seeking for it and you weren't sure if the practice was still available. My thought was if you are meant to have it, you will find it. But I'm not sure if that would apply to Buddhism because I know I have a very basic understanding of Buddhism. And Harry says, this is very cool. Wow. Okay. So, should I find another job or be loyal to my failing company that may go bankrupt? All righty. Lucas says, yes, I see.
Very cool.
I believe Reverend Don has an escapee.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I had an escapee. However, since there are like 7 of them, let's see what the cards have to say. So the first of the escapees is the 8 of Coins. The 8 of Coins is learning new things. it also, in the story of coins, does represent something along the lines of a new job. It's a very positive card. With it is the Four of Wands, which is getting something you've worked for, something you've desired. It's followed by the Sun and the Magos, which are both very positive success cards. But in terms of whether to stay where you are or select or pursue a new job, the Brian card I've drawn is the Three of Coins, which is mastery of craft. So what I'm going to say to you is I think that you have the skill to build what you need. Now, you describe it as your failing company that may go bankrupt. So my question, if you were sitting here, is this your company, or are you talking about a company you work for? So I'm going to tell you how I would answer both of those. If this is your company, I would stick with it, but I would try some new things. I would change what I'm doing and try to bring in some new techniques. Knowing nothing about the company or what it does, I'm not quite sure what techniques would be, but new techniques. If it's not your company, and it's simply a company you work for, then I'm inclined to say you're better off seeking a different job. Either way, the outcome looks very positive for you, which is part of why I make the difference between whether it's your company or not. Let's draw one more card, since they seem to want to give us lots of cards for this. Now I've drawn the Five of Coins, so given what you're saying about heading for bankruptcy, that worry is certainly there. And I think what I would say again is if it's in your power to do so, I would introduce some new techniques to try to avoid that, because it's not inevitable. But anyway, there you go.
All right. Well, the first three cards I have here, and I started with three, I think indicate where you are right now. I have the Five of Swords. Basically kind of a dumpster fire, a lot of conflict. I've got the Five of Pentacles, which indicates a lot of issues in the material realm. And I have the Prince of Wands, a lot of unfocused energy. So those three cards are a not very good situation. So I'm going to say that's where you are right now. So I drew another card, and I've got Justice. And I've got... All right, so if I draw three more cards, I've got Justice, and that is getting a situation coming together where you get what you have earned. I've got the Eight of Wands, which is a rapidly moving situation, and I've got the Sun, which is the second card I duplicated from Reverend Don's reading, and that is a really good situation. So I'm going to say where you are right now is not good, and you're going to have to change it or leave it. And if you're not in a position to affect some major changes where you are, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps.
So change either way is just a matter of where you can actually make the change. Hello to Felicity. I'm sorry, Felicia.
Hey, Felicia. Good to see you. And yes, we can do a reading for you.
Yeah.
And Sean Dye sends us hugs. The witch says maybe take your skills in a direction that you can use them in a way that offers you and your family in a secure place. Harry says, thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Okay, so my first card was an escapee. And the escapee is the Four of Lamps. And the Four of Lamps, basically, I'm going to say it means that Felicia is going to find herself wanting more than she has. Maybe not physically, but in terms of inspiration and spirituality and creativity, a desire for more expression in these ways. We also have the Six of Coins. Six of Coins is getting help from another person. Princess of Coins, which is having everything you need, but still holding back for some reason. And Judgment, which is getting what you've worked for. I'm going to take all of those together to say that Felicia is going to find herself in these next few weeks really wanting to branch out a little bit, wanting to be a little more creative, wanting to maybe express herself a little more, maybe sing her song a little louder, so to speak. And there'll be people who will be able to help her to do that, but she has to relax and actually do it. And if she does, she'll be very happy with the result. So fly your flag, and all will be well.
So the first card I've got for you, Felicia, is the Universe. So this means you are coming to the end of a cycle. So you are finishing up one thing and you're getting ready to move on to something else. I also have the Emperor. And the Emperor reminds us that time runs in cycles. So as you finish up one cycle, another one is starting. And also remember, nothing is permanent. So if things are going well now, Save something back for when they aren't. If they're not going well now, remember, nothing is permanent. And I've got the Prince of Swords. So, with the Prince of Swords, remember it's okay to pamper yourself. You can't help anybody else if your own reserves are dry. So take care of yourself. And I'm going to pull one more card. And I've got the Five of Pentacles, who's positively haunting me tonight. So be aware of your finances. Take care. And watch what things are going. And Felicia asked, is it too late to ask if my dog's health will improve or decline? Well, I pulled a card for your dog. And I'm so sorry. I got the Ten of Swords, which usually indicates the end of a cycle.
And I have drawn the Three of Swords, which is changes or endings in relationships. So I'm afraid I'd have to agree. I would not look for the dog's health to improve.
I'm so sorry about that, Felicia. It's so rough when we lose or see the health declining in our beloved pets. I have a whole pet columbarium from where we've had them cremated.
So
and she says, my sweet baby is 12 years old. She's a little Shih Tzu.
Well, I believe for that breed, that has been a long life. So
yeah. All right. We got one request from Bewitched, and this will be our last reading. I'm going back to school for interfaith chaplaincy ministry. I'm deciding on a community service. I'm considering some kind of online education, but I'm intimidated. Advice? Go do it.
Witchschool.com. Excellent classes in cyber ministry.
Yes, witchschool.com is an option.
And if you would like to get a lifetime membership to witchschool.com, where would you go? witchschoolai.com.
But yes, we can do a reading for you, Bewitched.
So how exactly are we?
And I believe you mentioned you already have a lifetime membership to Witch School already.
Can't blame a guy for trying.
All right, so I've got the Five of Wands, which indicates some conflict, and I feel like that might be the conflict within yourself. I've also got the Eight of Swords, which says you've been feeling stuck or there's a delay. I've got the Two of Cups, which says you're going to find someone who helps you with this, or you're going to wind up doing this with someone else. And then I've got the Princess of Wands, who says, you know what you want to do and don't hold back.
So I started with 2 escapees. The Prince of Coins, which says, this is like a garden. It's going to take its time to grow. Be patient, give it the time that it needs. Do not expect everything to come together overnight. But if you look away for a couple of minutes, you may be surprised how fast it's actually coming. And with it, we have the body. And the body says, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. As you pursue this, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And it may be that the path itself is taking care of yourself, but make sure you're listening to your inner voice and doing what you need to do to stay in good shape. Then I drew 3 cards, the Four of Lamps, which is, again, needing more than you have got. You're wanting inspiration, you're wanting new doors to open, you're wanting new beginnings there. Followed by the Empress, which is prosperity and good fortune. So, and then the last one, the Prince of Cups, is all about self-expression. So I would take all of this to say, don't be intimidated, go forward, realize it will take a little bit of time, and realize a lot of this has to do with your personal self-expression and your self-expression in the world. And there you go. As for whether it will work out well, it looks to me like it would work out very well.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining us.
Yes.
And it's Thursday. I don't know what happened. I blipped.
You did.
So thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll be back next Thursday.
Yes, we will.
And would you close us out with a word of prayer?
I will. Divine Mother Goddess, Divine Father God, beloved ancestors, we thank you for all that you do for us in our lives, and we rejoice in this walk we share together. We ask you to help us to have the guidance that we need to better make our decisions in life. And we ask you to help us to truly express ourselves in this life and to learn the lessons that our spirits require. Beloved Mother Goddess, beloved Father God, beloved ancestors, we thank you with great love, and knowing you are always with us from respect, we thank you for your presence. You may be blessed now and always. May you be blessed now and always, and we'll see you next time.
Blessed be everyone.
Blessed be.